Lesson 3, Translation. A lot of what we have to do in algebra is translate word problems into algebraic statements or expressions. This is sometimes a little tricky, but there's a chart at the top of this page that can help you with what the words will translate to algebraically or mathematically. First, you'll see that we have the different operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and an equal sign. Each of those is represented in words by the words listed under them in the same column. For addition, we would see the words either sum or plus, added to, more than, increased by, or total. If you saw one of those words, one of those terms in a word problem, you would know that they meant for you to add. Take a look at the subtraction column. What I really need you to remember in subtraction is that order matters. You might want to write a star right beside that statement. Order does make a difference in subtraction. The words for subtraction would be difference, minus, less, and decreased by. Those will always be written in the exact order. The numbers will fall in the exact order that they are listed in the statement. However, if you see the words subtracted from or less than, you're going to know that you have to translate those backwards. In other words, if I said 5 subtracted from 10, what I would write is 10 minus 5. It would translate backwards from the order it was written in the statement. For multiplication, the words that you should become familiar with are product, times, multiply, twice, of, and double. Of course, triple would be another one. And division, once again, order does matter. Order matters in division, but we have no division terms that cause us to translate backwards. The only ones that we have to worry about for translating backwards are in subtraction. For division, we would see quotient, divided by, into, or per. And of course, if they want you to put an equal sign, they may say equals, gives, is, was, will be, results in, amounts to, yields, or is equal to. Now, you should also note that sometimes two operations may come right next to each other in a statement. When they're stated together, you're going to have to use parentheses. Parentheses indicates that something is to be done to an entire quantity or to a group. For an example, look at this statement, twice the sum of a number and 2. Twice the sum has two different operations or two different mathematical principles right there next to each other. We say twice, well, that means multiplication. Sum means addition. And when I put them together, I have to separate them with parentheses. And that means I'm going to take twice the, and we put sum in parentheses. In other words, we're going to double whatever is inside those parentheses. Let's take a look at some that we can translate fairly easily. Example 1 says find the sum of 802 and 6,487. Now we always write these. We would write this word problem as 802 plus 6,487. But you would probably not add it like that. You would want to write it vertically to do the work and line up your digits carefully so that you could add. 7 plus 2 would give you 9. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 8 is 12. Carry my 1. 6 plus 1 is, of course, 7. The answer, 7,289. Example number 2 says find the difference. If you look at your chart above, you'll see that difference means subtraction. It is not translated backwards, so we're going to use the same order that we have in the sentence. We're going to say 16 minus 5. And of course, we would once again do our work vertically. 16 minus 5, 6 minus 5 is 1, and then I bring down the 1 in the tens place. The answer is 11. Example number 3 says, what is 712 increased by 38? Increased by is our key phrase. If we look at our chart, we'll see increased by is under the addition column. So we would say 712 plus 38. Once again, line it up vertically to do your work. Add the one place value first. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry your 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5. And we bring down our 7. 750 is our answer. Example 4, find 25 less 12. Less is the term we need to look up. It is under subtraction, but it is not under the translated backwards. So once again, we use the order in the sentence. 25 less 12. We would write it vertically, 25 less 12, or 25 minus 12. 5 minus 2 is 3. 2 minus 1 is 1. The answer is 13. And finally, example 5 says find 86 subtracted from 90. When we subtract from, we are looking at one of the two terms that we have to watch out for that are translated backwards. Subtracted from and less than are the two that you really need to remember. So we're going to have to reverse this. We're going to have to place our 90 first. Subtraction is our operation, but we're going to have to put our 86 second. Now, of course, we're going to write that vertically to do our work. 90 minus 86. Most of you can do this in your head. We borrowed from the tens place, and we brought over a 1, which turned our 0 into 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 8 minus 8 would, of course, be 0, and the answer would be 4.